Good morning. What an honor it was to hear you sing that song. That was so beautiful. My heart is so full. Dr. Rainier is a beautiful, beautiful soul. And she touches the hearts and minds of many in the community and outward, nationwide and beyond. And it really is an honor for me to introduce her today. She is a spiritual teacher and has been since 1991. And she has helped hundreds and hundreds of people and friends and clients and to understand themselves better and to connect with their divine source and to live authentically and fully. And she does it in such a beautiful way, which I believe is because of the unconditional love that lives in her and through her. And as a friend and someone who gets to be friends with Rainier, my life is richer for knowing her. And she's a gift. She's really a gift to everyone that has a chance to know her. So, Dr. Rainier.
Thank you, Carol Ann. That made me cry. I'm just so grateful to be here this morning in this small Church of the Big Heart. Can everybody hear well? I'm not sure I'm in the right place. Yes? Okay. I've had an opportunity to speak here on several times and to do drum circles. And it's always such a joy to be with this congregation. And today that's the topic. And doing some techno things here, just a minute. I always appreciate the flexibility that you guys have here. So we're going to talk about embracing our joy. And before we embrace our joy, we're going to talk about remembering joy and practicing joy and then embracing joy. I always like to start out with something that I find humorous, and I'm always hopeful that you find it humorous too. I have been gifted with several stones and crystals over the last couple of weeks. My thyroid is working well, but it's enlarged, and it's some concern for the doctor, and they want to remove it, and I would prefer not to have that done. So you could hold that in prayer for me this week and next week. That would be great. But people have been giving me crystals and stones, and I have a little mesh bag, and I put these little crystals and stones in the mesh bag, and I carry them with me, the smaller ones. And I went to a meditation last week, and previously I had been to a lunch, and a woman came up to me, and she didn't know about my health challenge, and she said, I've been asked to give you this little stone. Would you accept it? And I said, sure. And it was, I never said this right, it's the black one, obsidian. Thank you. I'm also dyslexic. So I thanked her and I put it in my bag and I didn't think anything about it. So then I went to a meditation a couple days ago and we were asked to hold if we had any stones with us and to meditate, and we had been asked prior to that to write down some things that we were grateful for. So in my hand, I had my little bag of crystals with this new black stone and an ink pen. So it was a 20-minute meditation. And as we finished the meditation and we came back to present, I looked down and my hand was covered with black. And I thought, the ink pen has exploded or something during meditation. So I started to clean this off and I realized it was coming off. You know, ink doesn't do that. I said, it's not ink. So then I thought, well, what is it? So I smelled it. It was melted chocolate. Last week, when she meant to give me that little black stone, she had given me a cocoa-covered almond. So Somebody else was teasing me about the power of alchemy. And that maybe I should hold some coal. Be careful how your gifts come and always be grateful for them. So I laughed so hard at the end of the meditation. Whatever my vibration was, it was increased because that was just, so sweet and funny to me. Today we're going to have a more meditative talk. So I'm going to talk for a few minutes and then I'm going to lead you through a guided meditation. So what is joy? And when we look at that in the dictionary, it's a high state. It's compared to happiness or bliss. And different people experience joy in different ways. And some of us forget what joy is like. And I like to think that joy comes from the heart. That joy comes from your divine and is given to us with grace. And meaning that we have internal joy. It comes from our divine that we don't have to earn. We don't have to do anything for. It's part of who we are. But many of us have cut off our joy and have not been able to experience that fully. So when we look at what is happiness, and people can say, well, happiness might be a state of mind. And how many people here use the Abraham teachings, reach for that next higher vibration, and try to move into a happy state? Of course, there's a lot of folks that think that becoming happy is a journey. So that you have to do something, be something. When you get the right mate, when you have the right job, when you have the right figure, when you have the right car, then you can be happy. And I know through my own spiritual study that happiness is an inside job. That if I'm able to be happy internally, regardless of what my external conditions are, then that's a condition that is with me no matter what. And I try to practice that. I'm not always on target with it because I do have my moments. And sometimes as Spirit brings the circle around and there are opportunities for me to heal things, I'm kind of like, damn it, okay, thank you, because I understand that in my belief system, the only way that something comes around in a circle again, another layer, is when I have the support to deal with it. So even though I don't want to have to go through that pathway again, I understand for myself that moving into another layer, clearing that, helps me be able to hold more of the divine within me. So as I'm able to do that and focus on a place of happiness, I'm able to move into a state of joy and able to receive more of that divine grace from my spirit, from the universe, from all that is. So I want you guys to practice remembering joy for a few minutes. So riding your bicycle, the first time, do you remember when you were a kid, if you had a bicycle and you would ride down the hill or up the hill, and if you had any hair, it was blowing around? Or if you remember swimming for the first time, or when school got out, and if you've ever held somebody's hand and jumped into the waves of the ocean, or jumped into a lake. So what are some of those times? Just take a moment, close your eyes if you'd like. Take a deep breath. What are some of those moments of sheer joy? You might have to search under a couple of rocks, but there's something in there, I guarantee. Spring flowers, crocus, Christmas lights. What are the sensations, the smells, the things that happen in your life that increase your joy? And if you don't have any joy, maybe you remember somebody else's joy. Is there a birth of a child? Is there a new pet? I got kittens for Christmas, and they're beautiful and divine, and my house is chaos. So open your eyes now and just allow that joy to move through you. So when we choose to practice joy, we do just what we just did. We look for those things that bring us positive energy, that raise our vibration. And one of the ways that I practice joy is I learned as a child to awfulize. Did anybody else learn to do that? I learned to think of the worst possible scenario in every situation. I worried about things. Somebody didn't come home one time, if there was a test to take, if I'm talking today. So I would think of the worst possible scenario. So I call that awfulizing. It's my own word. But I understand through my practice and through the grace that's been shown to me that I could choose to joyfulize. Instead of thinking of the worst possible scenario, I could think of the best scenario. I could think of the way that this experience might help myself or help other people. So I practice joy by practicing joyfulizing, another made-up word. So I intend when I have a situation or that's troublesome or I don't know how it's going to work out or I feel fearful, I try to go within and ask my divine to show me ways that I can be grateful for this experience and ways that I can infuse joy into this experience. Anybody else here practice awfulizing, or am I the only one?
No.
So I would hope that this week, as you go through your week and you're faced with your day and your challenges and what's happening, that you will choose to joyfulize. It's a mind trick that we taught ourselves, how to awfulize. It's something we learned in our conditioning and our culture. The news certainly wants you to awfulize. So what are some things that you can joyfulize about? How can you infuse joy, practice joy into your life? A lot of people like music. A lot of people like comedy. A lot of people just like being in nature. So any way that you can shift your vibration, move your energy up. You know, the teachings of Abraham, if some of you are familiar with Abraham, says, if you could reach for the next higher emotion. And as we reach for the next higher emotion, then we have more access to our true selves as we move through our day. So now we're going to embrace joy. So I'm going to do a guided meditation. And I'm going to play some music from my phone, so this is going to be interesting. And we're going to do a guided meditation, then I'm going to play some more music from my phone. So Lloyd is a genius. I am not. So we'll see how this goes. So if you'll just take a deep breath and close your eyes. Another deep breath. Let yourself relax in your chair. Feel your body relax. Take another deep breath. I want you to imagine breathing in through the soles of your feet. Breathe in this beautiful earth energy from the mother. It's beautiful magenta in your imagination. And let this go all the way up through the soles of your feet, up through your spine, your chakras, into your heart. Now see it go all the way through the top of your head, out your crown. And see it go all the way up to the great central sun, the divine masculine. And now in your mind's eye, let this pulse, this beautiful magenta energy, let it pulse from the soles of your feet, from the center of the earth, up to the great central sun. And now, imagine a beautiful golden, honey-colored light coming from the great central sun. And see it move through the crown of your head, down your spine, through your hips, out your legs, and into the earth. And just take a moment and imagine that pulsing golden energy moving from the great central sun through you, connecting to the center of the earth. And take another deep breath. And go to a nature place. Might be a mountaintop. Might be a meadow, a forest, or the mountain. Feel a breeze on your face. Smell any smells. Feel the warmth of the sun. Feel your feet on the earth. Again, just breathe in this place of beauty, of peace, of comfort. Notice any small details. Is there a bird chirping? Is there a dolphin jumping? Is the light catching a flower or plant or the water in such a way that brilliant light is reflected to you? Take another deep breath. In your mind's eye, look to your left and see a beautiful pyramid. It might be golden, it might be crystal. Now walk towards this pyramid in your mind's eye. As you get closer, you realize the beauty of it. There seems to be a sound coming from this pyramid. You come to the door of the pyramid and you open it. You are now in the temple of your highest self. See the beautiful light. You may see gold, maybe crystals. Hear the beautiful sounds. And invite your divine in to fill this place. Your divine can be anything that you like. It can be Jesus, it can be Buddha, it can be your grandfather, it could be your pet, it could be a tree. Allow the energy of this divine to fill you. Take a moment now and ask for any healing in your physical, emotional, or spiritual body. See yourself filled with a beautiful, bright light. Take another deep breath. And this time ask your divine for all of your desires. And see these desires coming to you, experiencing them. So if you're looking for the right and perfect mate, see this person coming home to you, bringing you a gift. See yourselves cooking dinner together, walking along the beach, or swimming. Whatever it is that you would like to do with your sacred partner. If you're ready for a job or career change, how does it feel to be in the right and perfect job at the right and perfect salary? How does it feel to be doing something you love and to be well paid for it? How does it feel to be with like-minded people all day long? How does it feel to know that you're making a contribution? Maybe you need a new vehicle. Maybe in your secret heart you'd like to have a sports car or motorcycle. Feel that, or a sailboat. How does it feel to be inside or riding that vehicle? How does it feel to know that you are safe in this vehicle? If there are any other desires that you have, see them, feel them coming to you. Go back to remembering joy. What does it feel like to ride that bike for the first time? What does it feel like to hold that brand new baby? What does it feel like to be in love and to know that you are loved in return? Let this energy move through you. Smile into your joy. Know that you are complete. Know that everything you desire is part of you. Think you're divine. And now, just rest in your pyramid with your higher self, remembering your joy. And just listen to the words of the song.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest, you're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love, you're my hands, you're a hug, you're my eyes, you're a hug, you're the light, you're the dark, you're the spark, you are fun, you're my mom, you are water, you're the star, you're my daughter, you're my friend to the end, you're my dream, you're my heart, you're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround, I'm feeling it all around, the atmosphere with the cloud, you're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow, you're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow, you're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, you give to realize that all that I am, all that I see.
we should all be back. Thank you so much for letting me be your speaker today. And I hope that you will choose to joyful lives this week. And remember who you are and all that you have and all that you can ever see, that you are a blessing. Thank you.